Welcome to Conscious Living Collective, transformative journey in consciousness with community of like-minded people, which is you. And my name is Tomek. I'm a scientist, teacher, and transformation coach. In this live session, we blend the latest in scientific research, the deep wisdom of mindfulness, and the art of fulfilled living. This is an invitation to have a first-hand direct experience, to rewrite your story and to emerge on the other side with the renewed sense of purpose and well-being. Welcome to Monday in the Sunshine Coast and Sunday in the US session of Conscious Living Collective. Very good to be here, and I want to send you my very best regards from the sunny coast of Australia. Another wonderful, wonderful sunny day here. How are you guys today? I'm very happy to see you here, and as always, I want to extend my warm welcome to all of you who are here, starting with members of my Patreon program. Hello, Parvane. Very good to see you here. Also, hello, Haley. Hello again. Hello, Sandy from New Zealand. Alexander. All from Bochum, Germany. Herzlich willkommen. I think that's my a reminiscent part of the German. I used to speak that language, and now it's all gone. I haven't practiced for 20 years. Linda, Lisa, Jackie, good to see you here. So today, bitteschön, Alexander. Today, from stress to calm. If you remember, in the past, I had the entire series based on that very topic, going from stress to calm, because I think it's very important to recognize that going from stress to calm, it's a skill, it's a trainable skill that everybody needs these days. And without being able effectively move from stress to calm, there's no well-being, because stress and challenges are normal part of our everyday life, and we will not be able to live our life completely deprived of those. This is how the life is designed. It provides us with certain situations that will ultimately give a stress to our mind and body. So we, as the awareness, as the consciousness that resides within physical body, we have to find the ways to navigate those situations as opposed to avoid them. Okay? As for the fans of Star Trek, the Star Trek avoided the ultimate menace, which was the Borg, and the Borg always had that saying that the resistance is futile. And I agree with them. Resistance is futile when it comes to stresses of life and to what life is. Life partially is composed from challenges and stressful situations, and how we respond to them defines very often our well-being. So today I want to show you the ways how to respond mindfully and effectively to stressful situations, so you remain in awareness and you recognize those stressful situations simply as a part of the fabric of the reality, as opposed to something that define you and something that you identified with. Okay. If at any point of Conscious Living Collective you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them here in the comment section. You're always welcome. As I said in the introduction, you are the community, and we are exploring those topics together. And you are very much not only welcome, but invited and encouraged to have those comments. Hello, Sandy. Good to see you here. Hold on. I have to adjust some things. All right. Yeah. So let us journey into consciousness with certain points of interests in mind. Hello, Karen. Hello, Terry. And recognize right now, maybe to start off with, recognize right now in your present life, bring it to the forefront of your mind. These situations, people, circumstances that are continuously present, continuous source of your distress or your discomfort. I'm not asking you to describe them or to identify with them or to call them good or bad, but recognize what in your current circumstances is a source of stress that perhaps cannot be removed at this present moment or ever. For example, we are all subject to aging, and our body will age, and as a result, there'll be pains and aches that we cannot avoid. It's a classic example in Buddhist tradition, right? So pain is a part of our human existence, but suffering, big distinction between pain and suffering, is something that is purely created by your mind. So you see that transition, which is part of the training that I invite you to today, is switch and understand and embody the distinction between pain, suffering, stress, and response. You can respond to any situation in a stressful way, or you can respond to any situation in a mindful way. And responding mindfully will mitigate a lot of this suffering that is mostly mind created, and mitigate the stress. Do not remove the stress. Stress is necessary. Stress, like I said, is part of our life. It very often creates a motivation to move forward, right? As a pressure. When you put a pressure on the system, then system responds adequately. It's a rule that it's known in physics and in chemistry. And I'm going to say that Lavoisier defined that. But I might be mistaken. Anyway, the rule is if you increase pressure in one part of the system, then the other parts of the system has to respond with the equal response to the pressures being applied. So today I invite you, once again, using the same physical and chemical rule, to see what other stressors in your lives are and respond to them in a mindful way. Sandy asks, a very important question: however I train my mind and body is how it will respond. Exactly. So we are relying today to give a bit of more scientific explanation to the training that I invite you to today. We are rewiring our brain today, and our mind. We're changing our mindset towards the appropriate response to the stressful situation, circumstances, people, and so on and so forth. Okay, and that appropriate, whatever it means, whatever that means to you, is a very subjective thing. I do not want to present you a ultimate solution. I will give you tools that help you subjectively see the situation that it's tailored to your circumstances and learn how to better respond to that. So yeah, Haley, how does that work with the nervous system? I find my mind thinks about the stressors and then my body can go into panic. Haley, that's a wonderful, wonderful question, which is at the center of the practice today and the training that I invite you to. When a situation happens, you, in a sense, do not have a means to regulate your nervous system. Your nervous system will project the training that you're provided with, training is mostly unconscious for most of us, right? We have many traumas. You cannot do in the very moment, you cannot change how your nervous system, again, the neurological response of your nervous system. No, that's not the, how's the neurological response of your nervous system is. You cannot really control it. What you can control it is the moment, what happens after. You can either pour more fuel on the fire on the nervous system that is already triggered with your subsequent thoughts and stories and scenarios that build up. That's the classical example, dwelling upon something. Or break the circuit right here and there with the technique I will invite you to do in a second, and see and take it from there. Okay? So you're absolutely right. When panic already set in your nervous system, that part is done. Again, that is already pain. Right? You hurt yourself. The pain is in your body. We are not trying to change that. We're trying to mitigate the stressor, the situation, by not adding the extra fuel to the fire, the extra stimulation to your nervous system that would cause even more pain and suffering. Okay? So that's what we are going to do today. Awesome. And exactly. So this, as I said, the word training and building a skill means that over time you get better at it. And what it means is that your nervous system will adapt to the new circumstances as you continuously start down regulating your response. Right? Your nervous system, being very intelligent, will adapt to the new response that you are a creator of, and will include that in its wiring. You don't have to know how it works, and this is the beauty of it. Science very often creates a beautiful description to everything what there is, but we know very little. You do not know how every separate neuron will wire and fire together to create those intricate connections that are the realm of the innate intelligence of your body. You do not know that. You do not have control over that, and that's okay. What you want to know is that innate intelligence will take care of the details, how the molecules and neurons and everything connect together. What you want to focus your energy on, your attention on, is the process of retraining yourself. And eventually, again, it's a slow process, like growing a flower. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process, right? But it does happen. The more you train yourself towards managing your response, as opposed to fueling the reactions, instinctive reactions that are based on fear, the more you give yourself chance for the next situation to respond more and more and more effectively. Jackie, I'm literally in panic right now, just pacing and listening and focusing on my breath. And Jackie, I'm sorry to hear that you're in a panic right now and you're already doing the right thing, right? Panic is already there, and I feel sorry for you. There's nothing you can do about it. The panic is there in this very moment. But you already shifting, either by training or intuitively, into something that is a steady anchor for you. And in this case, is your breath. And you can feel that your breath, I can imagine, represents the panic state, which is, I can imagine, would be shallow if left alone. But if you intentionally move it into deeper breaths, you will keep sending messages to your body that things are under your control, not under any control, under your control. Yeah. So one breath at a time. Yeah. And another thing I want to mention specifically for the Conscious Living Collective, and Jackie, please keep us posted how you're feeling. I think it would be very valuable to know that you're not alone on this. And what I want to say that Conscious Living Collective is the place where you can rely on people to support you. And I'm sure that all of us, as we are here, we are thinking of you now and how you're feeling, and we are supporting you in what you're going through. And I think fact that you are not alone in these circumstances is very important to recognize. Yeah, there we go. We are why are we are breathing with you, Jackie. Indeed we are. And I invite you right now to take one deeper and conscious breath with Jackie and for Jackie. The name of regulating your nervous system. Yeah, there you go. That's the support of the community. And I love that. We don't have to do things alone. We can be supported. Has such a wonderful expression of our communal collective support. Someone's in need, and we step up. How wonderful. Before we jump into meditation, is there any are there any other questions or comments regarding moving from stress to calm, and maybe how does that apply to your own personal situation? And once again, Jackie, thank you for sharing your current situation, and I hope you gradually will feel more settled, and hopefully also the practice will help. Mimi just stole my thunder because I want to invite you to 478 breathing technique today. You must have read my mind. One of the ways of regulating your nervous system, one of the best ways I know to regulate your nervous system, is not actually any breathing, but it's 478 breathing technique, which is a specifically designed to talk to your nervous system, to regulate it or to downregulate it from the state of stress, from the state of fight or flight into a rest and digest. So I do it every day. Beautiful. Katie, I find tiredness a big stressor because I don't have the resources at any time to respond logically or mindfully to my thoughts. Any tips? Kate, very, very good point. This is about, before we jump into practice, let me answer a couple of questions. We are only able to manage resources that are at our disposal. If your body does not have any resources left, as in attention, you are tired, you are overwhelmed. The only thing that the response to that situation is take a break and rest. Literally lie down and give your body chance to recover the resources. I know these days we like to stimulate ourselves with coffee, pills, with screens, but the natural response in which the only way your body can rejuvenate, it's by resting it. There's a reason why we sleep, I don't know, 8 hours every day, because your body does need that kind of rest and there's no way around it. Personally, I lead sessions towards the at the end of the day, and I always find it much more challenging simply because I'm tired and there's nothing I can do about it. Right? My energy is higher in the morning. I feel very rested. My clarity is better, and it dwindles towards the evening. You can offset this by, again, providing mindful breaks, maybe naps throughout the day, but ultimately you are getting ready, you depleting your energy as the day goes on. So yeah, that's to you, Kate. Thank you for your question. Very good question. Vanessa, I've been meditating on my own place in the flow of life, but it's hard when you have a partner to consider who is in their own flow. I struggle to see what is selfish, what is moving together as individuals together. And this is a very valid question, Vanessa. And on my part, I just want to say relationships is the area of our life where there's the fastest growth and at the same time the highest level of challenge. So I do not have a direct answer to you except of recognizing that if you have a partner, that means that you are on the fast track for growth, but also the challenges gonna move along that. The challenges, the hill for the challenges will be steeper than if you on your own. There's a place for both, by the way. You know, even in a relationship, there is a time to be. You can be in solitude. You don't have to be alone, but you have to rely on your resources. You can recognize your own resources and the resources of people that are with you. And there's no easy. Could be, you know, the entire courses are made based on that very topic. So I do not want to speak too much about it, but that's what it is. You know, both partners can be supportive and they need support. It's a back and forth exchange, and learning the ebbs and flows of that. It's perhaps one of the most important skills that one can gather or one can acquire. Mimi does every day for 7-8. Marquand, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. And I understand that the panic mode is just listening here. I now understand that panic mode just listening here. Okay. Parvane, thank you. Panic mode when I got things to do, but when I get out that mode, that rest is what I needed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vanessa says there's a lot of love and support, but I never want my needs to sway my partner away from their needs. We're finding the balance. Yeah, and that's always a challenging situation. It's an art, right? Finding the right balance. And sometimes we are able to do it, and sometimes we fail. Not that just it's not 0-1. Sometimes we do it better, and sometimes we're doing it not so good. But we always, you know, you are still together. You are still alive. You are still in the community of like-minded people. So you continue bettering yourself in that respect. How to strengthen that inner when you on a road of higher self-awareness. Well, you are a Marquand. You are never alone as you understand it. The alone state, when you say when you're alone, this is simply the state of separation. And in the higher you are in awareness, the more you see that simple fact that you are never alone. The lower you are, the more alienated you feel, the more separated you are from the isness of things. And that's the message to all people who are depressed, who, from the point of view of depression, simply cannot see the togetherness part because the awareness is below the level when only thing they see is the separation, versus at the higher level of consciousness, higher level of awareness, even if you are solitary, if you're alone, you recognize the connectedness. That's why the importance of the practice. But if you want the springboard to move towards that higher state of awareness, it is very important to recognize the importance communities like Conscious Living Collective, that you need the support of others. So it's not just either or, It's the continuous state of building up, building up, building up. And obviously you cannot do it on your own. That's why you need others. Marquand, thank you so much for your kind donation. And by the way, thanks to all of you for your kind support to support my cause, support my teachings, and help me to be with you more and more. Hey, Charmaine. Yes, so this is, I think, Marquand, I want to say, I think Eckhart Tolle really makes a good point about that when you consider that others are on a different level. Let me give you an example of when you walking towards a summit of a mountain, right? The closer you are, so people normally are, as they walk towards the summit, they start at the very bottom, so to speak. And people at the very bottom can only see what's below, right? They look down, oh, there are maybe few people down there, I see, but not too many. Sometimes you're the last one, the queue, so to speak. So you can't see anyone. Like, oh my goodness, I'm alone. The higher you are, the closer to the peak you are. If you look down, you see pretty much everybody else, right? You see everybody else who's walking that path, and you recognize, I've been there. Maybe just a day before, a week before. I've been there at some point. And that's what growing in awareness is. People who are truly awakened, they would never mind, as Krishnamurti say, the biggest secret of his life, I do not mind really anything. Right? You recognize that every situation is in awareness, it's already fulfilled, it's positive, it's not positive, it has its value, right? Every person at any level of consciousness is of a great value, and the higher you are, the more you recognize it. But again, the feeling, the state, the separation that you may experience being in a circle when you experience different levels, simply, I want to say, and I do not mean to sound too harsh, is the representation of still you moving into more expanded, more inclusive state. And I can say, judgment is a part of my life very much indeed, and I learn how to interact with people that mindset values outside of mine, and it's not an easy thing to do, and I'm learning to do it. But every time I remind myself that, if from the position of the, like here on Conscious Living Collective, position of a teacher, be also position of the student, right? As much as I try to convey some knowledge and information to you, I'm also learning how to do it and be inclusive, because if I exclude any of you, that means that simply I haven't reached that level yet. Okay, guys, 30 minutes in. Please save your questions for after the session, if you still have any, or if any questions arise. And right now, I want to share with you Chris Collins and his blissful healing meditation. You can find him on Inside Timer. I use his recordings as a background music for my guided meditations that are plentiful, by the way. Let me switch you to the meditation mode. So, as Mimi already mentioned, we'll be moving from stress to calm, learning how to move from stress to calm. And Jackie, we are with you. So this is with the dedication to you and how you feel right now. If you capable of breathing with us, do. Every journey begins by recognizing how we are in this very moment. The stress that you're experiencing right now has two components. One is mental, the story that your mind produces about the current circumstances, and physical, which are the sensations within your body, the tension, the discomfort, maybe even pain that you're experiencing on the physical level that reflect your current state. However difficult it may be to be in this state, I want to invite you to recognize the mental and physical circumstances as they are in this very moment. We always start right here and right now, as is. You may tune in into your breath to further diagnose your current state. If you find that your breath is quick and shallow, that would mean that you have elevated level of stress. If your breath is long and deep, it means that you are closer to the state of calm. And now to move from the state of current stress towards the calm, let us use very powerful breathing technique called 4-7-8, which means to breathe in through your nose on the count of 4, hold your breath on the count of 7, and exhale through your mouth as if you are blowing a candle on the count of 8. We will go through quite a few rounds of 4-7-8, so you will have a chance to adjust and adapt to this new way of breathing and communicate to your nervous system that you're moving from stress to calm by breathing in and out, following this pattern. So right now, take as comfortable position as you can master, sitting with your back upright in a way that will facilitate free flow of your breath. And when you're ready, follow my guidance into the breathing. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe normally and relax. You may feel right now some sensations within your body that reflect the fact that you just introduced a lot of fresh oxygen into your bloodstream. You just communicated to your nervous system that through the breathing technique and you being able to perform it, you are less stressed. By simply being able to breathe in 4-7-8 pattern, you are confirming that there's a less stress in your body and you moved closer to the rest and digest calm state of your nervous system. Allow yourself to enjoy the current state for a moment and recognize the difference between how you felt just a moment ago and how you feel right now. You may even create a mental note of how 4-7-8 breathing technique makes you feel to reinforce that mental pattern of the benefits that are being provided every time you find the courage to breathe this way. It is a radical act of courage every time you make the choice to breathe this way. So well done and good job. I give you a short moment to stay in that new state of body and mind, to let that new state reinforce the mental and neurological pattern within your body and mind, so you can be more resilient next time the stressful situation appears. And as always, I'll be here holding this space by your side to bring you back when the time is up. Wonderful. And now come back and return your awareness from the inner state, from the state of inner sensations, back to your physical senses, starting with your vision, seeing brighter and dark areas in front of your closed eyes, your hearing through the sound of my voice, the sound of music, ever so quiet taste and smell, and finally the sense of touch that gives the definition to the shape of your body as it connects through the space around you, giving this sense of separateness from the space around you and bringing you even more to the physicality of things. And finally, to conclude, take one deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when ready, in your own time, open your eyes and welcome back. Okay, thank you so much for meditating with me. I want to quickly jump to Jackie. Jackie, if you're still with us, please share how you're feeling right now. Thank you, Katalea. It's always wonderful to guide for 7-8 breathing technique. I cannot participate fully because I am guiding it, but it's always, I can see the shift in the group's energy. Yeah, Jackie, good. It's lighten up. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Jackie. And this is a good point. It lighten up. It's not going to disappear. Right? This is not the method. This is not the classic golden bullet when you take a pill and things are all over, peachy and wonderful, but it helps us to lighten up. It helps us to move from the state of heightened stress towards calm. Return to us the cognitive power to recognize the situation as is. And this is truly wonderful. How the rest of you feel? Yeah, Marquand, thank you for your feedback. I'm very happy that you are here. Thank you. I'm glad you had a good experience. Yeah, Jackie. So this is a good point. Maybe after this session, continue a bit more with 478, I would say 10 minutes. If you in a state of panic and a heightened stress of anxiety, they say Professor Jill Bolte Tyler says between the physiological state of stress when all the hormones are heightened, the stress hormones are heightened in your bloodstream, to the moment where they break down in your bloodstream, it takes 11 minutes. So let's go with the science here and say 11 minutes of 478, and then reevaluate. If you need more, it's enough for the current state. Thank you, Parvane. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Sandy. Um, thank you, Charmaine. Yeah, Katalea, the classic example of the meditation, the most popular meditation in my library, the SOS Help for Stress and Anxiety relies on 478, and it's a good reason for that. Anita feels more, it feels calmer and more relaxed. The disquiet that I had from a fall earlier in the days has dissipated. I hope you're right, Anita. Yeah, that physical pain and distress that come from a fall. I hope you recover just fine. Yeah, Mimi. It's beautiful. If you find it beautiful, definitely it means that your body says yes to it. So do it as often as you can. And again, it doesn't have to be, by the way, when I use it, it's not always for a couple of minutes. Sometimes just 2 or 3 rounds. And that bring me back to myself. Depends on the circumstances. So again, you're learning new things about yourself and you're learning how your body and mind respond to 478. And you are your best teacher here. As I said, whatever you're doing here, the experience is always subjective, and trust the response of your body and mind towards any technique. Don't listen to any teacher that tells you, oh, it will be this way or that way. No, it will be the way that your body is in your mind are better teachers than any, even including me. That's ultimately what we want. Yeah, Jackie, the fact that you will be able to sleep will be obviously in any when you bring your body and mind, when you find your body and mind the state of panic and high anxiety, sleep is ultimately the best way to recover. So I hope you're gonna have a better sleep tonight. Thank you, Mimi. I express my gratitude for you being here and for your presence. And on that note, I just want to thank you for all your donations and your generosity during this session. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your presence and for supporting me in so many different ways. Feel free to use the resources that I have under my profile on the Insight Timer, my course, 6 Plus of Conscious Living, and over 100 meditations. And a lot of them include 478 breathing technique because I found it so beneficial. So if you are not ready to do it on your own, just use one of my meditations, and it is likely to find find one that you like that includes 478. Yeah, Terry, the more I meditate, the more I'm able to better feel what my body's saying to me. Yeah, that's so true. Learning more about yourself, that includes your physical body, and you are able to more recognize what the needs of your body are in the current moment. Kate, what does oxygen do to your nervous system to regulate it? Well, oxygen is basically the mean through which your energy is being produced, right? Without oxygen, there's no production of energy within your body, and I don't want to go into biochemistry of it, but it's the the chain that helps glucose being converted into energy within your body. It's a very fascinating, complicated system, and energy is needed for your nervous system to be regulated. As a matter of fact, your brain, even though it's only 2% of the body weight, consumes usually 20% of your energy, which means a lot of oxygen is required to produce that amount of energy. Yeah, Sandy, what works for me when I feel anxious is hearing teachers with deep and slower tempo. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Yeah, that's right. I want to convey my calm not only through the content, but through the way I speak. So hopefully it works. Okay, guys. So thanks again for your presence. Thank you for being here. On Wednesday, we will continue on the path of getting to know yourself better and moving and recognizing what's in your body, moving from stress to calm. And the session on Wednesday/Tuesday, it's working with the mind. So we use another technique I want to teach you to work with your mind to help you move into the transcendental states that will give you a different vantage point of what this life is about. Thank you, Sandy. That's very kind of you. Um, and until then, I want to leave you with Chris Collins and his beautiful music. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Pleasant night wherever you are. Big regards to Jackie. I hope you fully recover from your current state. Have a good night's sleep. And I see you next time. Until then.